Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell and I'm a software engineer here at WriteHuman. If you've been wanting to add WriteHuman to your own app, website, or workflow, or even build your own mini humanizer, you're in the right place. Today I'll show you exactly how you can get started with the WriteHuman API and how you can integrate it. Our API can be used to humanize text with the same model that runs our main platform. We'll start by getting your API key set up, and then we'll show a simple code example in Python to humanize a single paragraph, so you can see what a basic API request looks like. After that, we'll use the AI coding tool Lovable to show you how you can humanize a blog post through prompting. Finally, we'll go one step further and show you how you can create your own Humanizer web app with Claude. By the end of this video, you'll know how to start using the WriteHuman API, whether you're writing simple code, integrating it into your platform, or building your very own Humanizer. Let's get started first with how to access the WriteHuman API. Head over to the WriteHuman API page and either sign into your existing account or create a new one if you haven't already. Once you're logged in, navigate to the API page and choose an API subscription. API access requires an active plan that's separate from the regular WriteHuman subscription. Go to your WriteHuman API dashboard and generate an API key. It'll start with WH_live, and that's what you use in the authorization header when you call the API. Now that we have our API key ready, let's start with our more technical example using Python. If you're not interested in the code, you can skip ahead to our other examples. For this demo, I'm using Google Colab, but you can use VS Code, PyCharm, Cursor, or any other Python or JavaScript environment. First, we'll import the standard requests library. Here's our API key, but you should never share this with anyone or put it anywhere people can read it. Different platforms have different ways of keeping their secrets. In Colab, we can paste it into the secrets editor instead of keeping it in a notebook as plain text. I'll paste it in. This is the base URL as listed in the docs. And in the headers, make sure you include the word bearer followed by a space and your API key. Lastly, we're going to save this paragraph that was written by AI to use as an example. Now we'll send a request to WriteHuman's Humanize endpoint. And in a few seconds, we have a response. Our full response includes a humanization ID, a created timestamp, and all our variations and scores. Since we're on the premium plan, we've got 3 variations ordered by humanness score with the most human first. Instead of printing out the full response payload, I'll make this look cleaner by just printing out the first result. Now we have a new version of our paragraph that actually reads like it was written by a human. A lot of customers want to personalize their results, so the API includes the same tone options as we have in the web app. Just add a tone parameter to change how the output sounds. Using the same code to send a request, I'll test out the blog tone parameter and see how it sounds. Compared to the input, this sounds a lot more like a blog writer wrote this. Experiment with different tones and see what works best for your use case. Here's the detection endpoint, the same base URL ending in /v1/detect. There's a parameter called include sentences. Set it to true, and you'll get detection scores for each sentence, not just the document as a whole. To make this easier to read, I'm just going to print out the AI probability, our detected class, and the sentence level detection for this AI text. I'll run the detection on the original AI text and again on our first humanization result. The input scores are much more likely to be AI and the output score is much lower. And you can see the text before we've humanized it is 97% likely to be AI. Afterwards, the class switches to human and it's much less likely to be AI. And that's a WriteHuman API tour in Python. Now that you've seen how the API works, let's move on to a more visual example using Lovable to build this into a workflow for blog writing. For this example, we're going to add a humanization feature to an existing website. The goal is to add the WriteHuman functionality to our blog editor so we can rewrite existing blog posts with a more human tone. Here's a blog site we pre-built in Lovable. Now I want to upgrade my app to use the Humanizer and AI detector provided by the WriteHuman API. In order to build this in Lovable, we're going to describe the changes we want, head back to the docs, and copy and paste the prompt we wrote for tools just like this. So we'll go back into the docs, copy that prompt, and paste it directly into Lovable. As always, we need to protect our API keys. It isn't safe to paste your key straight into a chat. So in Lovable, we can just ask the AI to create a .env file for us to put our key in. A .env file is like an online safe where we keep all our secrets so code can find them, but people cannot. Now I'll let it work. The nice part about Lovable and other vibe coding tools is that it'll work from written instructions and ask clarifying questions for complicated requests, so you don't need to understand how the API or the underlying code works to build something real. Looks like it's done, let's take a look. I'll reload the preview page to see what we built. It's integrated our API to create an AI detector and a humanizer, but we need to remember that we haven't provided the API key for Lovable yet. I'll just open up the code section in this chat window, find the .env file, and edit it with the actual key value and save. Now I have the option to detect AI signals in my blog post and let WriteHuman rewrite my blogs to read more human. Now that we've built a working blog humanizer with Lovable, let's look at one more way you can build with the WriteHuman API using Claude. For this example, instead of adding a feature to an existing website, we're going to have Claude build a simple standalone humanizer that runs locally. So to begin, just like we did with Lovable, head back to the docs, click the Copy for LLM button, and then paste it into Claude and explain exactly what we want to build. You can also copy and paste this example prompt from the video. In Claude Code, we can connect to a folder that we want to build from by clicking the folder icons above the text box. Either pick a folder to build in or create a new one and call it something memorable. As always, we need to protect our key. So instead of pasting our key directly into Claude, let's ask Claude to make a .env file in our project folder. Now that Claude has finished working, we need to click the three dots at the top right of the chat window, click Files, find our .env file, click on this file and add your WriteHuman API key here, and don't forget to save the file. Claude might have already given you a template to fill out with a value like WriteHuman key or API key. Just paste the key value in that file after the equals sign. This is honestly pretty incredible. We started from nothing, gave it written instructions, pasted in our API docs and our key, and now we've got a fully working humanizer powered by WriteHuman. I'll start by testing the detect endpoint first. I'll copy some AI text that we had from earlier, paste it into the chat, and detect. There it is, heavy AI signals. Now if I switch over to Humanize, paste the same text in, and click Humanize, you'll see a variation that reads a lot more human. Now we have a humanizer website which works with the same engine that powers WriteHuman. We could use this for our own work, share it with friends, or make it public for anyone to use. Whether you're writing code manually, building with Lovable, or creating applications with Claude Code, Cursor, or Codex, the integration process is simple and gives you access to one of the most powerful humanizers on the market. We've worked hard to make our product available for developers and vibe coders, and we're so excited to see what you build.